Do you know the function of your backbone? Keeps you straight, and all your major systems flow through it. Canada has a backbone. It's called railways. I was speaking with Transport Canada earlier, and they told me this. The railways are dominated by two major factions: Canadian National, CN, and Canadian Pacific, CP. They also own routes to the US, and they can infiltrate into major seaports, and also they can get inside communities.
In the early 20th century, travel by train was more common than any other means. It was fast and reliable. But now this is not the case for a number of reasons. Cars are cheaper to own, highways have improved, freight traffic is more profitable than passenger traffic. Air travel is now more common and less expensive than it used to be. And as a result of all this, rail cars are getting older and not being replaced. Some say Canada needs a modernized passenger rail system like Japan's bullet train and France's TGV. But the president of the Canadian National Railway said passenger service was a, quote, nuisance and should be eliminated. But there are some exceptions. That is exceptional. But I was thinking more about the GO and TTC.
In an attempt to accommodate urban sprawl and ease traffic congestion, a rail and bus system was created that links all of the areas outside the GTA together. This system is simply called the GO. GO was created in 1967, currently serving approximately 44 million people every year in an 8,000 square kilometer area. 179 train trips every single day. About 170,000 people ride the GO every single day, and approximately 96% of that is going towards Union Station, which is where we are headed right now. This is Union Station on Front Street in downtown Toronto. It was opened up in 1927 by the Prince of Wales, who cut the ribbon to officially open the building. And the Prince of Wales bought a ticket to Alberta. It cost him $71. That's a bargain, because if you bought the same ticket today, it would cost you well over $1,000. Union Station is the pickup and drop-off point for GO Transit, Via Rail, and the TTC. We're here at Eglinton Station with Mr. Mike Ronson from TTC Service Planning Department. And how are you doing, Mike?
Very good, Josh. Good to be here.
Thanks for meeting with us. And the first question is, why is it that in areas of urban sprawl is the service so poor?
A lot of things transit riders want. A lot of things they'd like. They like nice, comfortable seats, for instance. But there's some things they just demand, they require. You will not get people to take transit unless you have frequent service, if it's reliable service, and it's got to be convenient. A lot of these things do not exist in areas of suburban sprawl or low-density development. If you want frequent service, you got to have people on the buses. If you want people, you got to have density. If there's nobody living in an area or they're scattered about, you're not going to have that. So you need density. And one other thing I'd like to add is, even if you have great service in the suburban area or an urban area, if you give everybody free parking everywhere they go, and a lot of people with cars, they're going to drive.
So Mike, be honest, has the subway really helped with urban sprawl?
Subways can be great. They've had an amazing impact, for instance, on the Yonge subway line up at Yonge and Eglinton, Yonge and St. Clair. Great, vibrant, mixed-use communities, great transit ridership. Then you move over to a line like the newer Spadina line, stations like Glencairn, or on the Bloor Danforth, maybe Warden Station, or Ellesmere on the Scarborough RT. And they're like the day they were built, the neighborhoods surrounding them. Sometimes stable residential neighborhoods, other times surrounded by a sea of parking.
Last question for you, Mike, is, let's say that Toronto has a disease, and that disease is cars. Is the TTC a cure for that?
Think about one subway train. The people on that train jumped in cars in the morning. You'd have 900 more cars on the road. In fact, the Yonge subway line, if you didn't have that, you'd need 27 lanes of freeway just to move those people. Buses, streetcars, very similar. So, yeah, it's a cure. I mean, you'd have to be realistic about what you can achieve, but certainly there's the potential for that. In fact, I go one step farther. It's not just a cure. If you want to see Toronto and other areas grow, you're going to have let people move in the city. And if you can't widen roads anymore, then your only solution is transit.
Mike Ronson, TTC Service Planning, thank you very much for your time.